Hey friends, Adam here. We have another match in the BS League. That is the Bonsai League? No, that's something else. The Break Shot League? Maybe. The Bull? No, it's not that. Definitely not that. It is the BS League. For those of you who don't know and haven't seen one of these, I'll put a link to the playlist up there. We have finished 3 matches prior to this one. And I have this one and another one recorded, and we're hopefully playing some more soon. This match, we're going to introduce somebody new. We have Sam on board. For a quick recap, unfortunately, I edited the... I might have to put a chart up or something with the scores, but basically, I have 2 points. Matt K has 1 point. Matt R has 0 points. We have played 3 matches before this. This one is going to feature Sam and Matt R. Now, let's head over to the table. We'll kind of get this thing kicked off. All right, these guys are going to leg for break. Now, I don't have the scores or anything or the Fargos or anything up on the screen yet. This looks like a pretty good leg from Sam. I think that's going to win it. As I mentioned before, Sam does not have a Fargo. So what we are doing is we're starting him at 525. When we did some test matches, he was right in between kind of Matt R and myself. So that's where we're going to start him at. We're going to see what happens. So because of that, he is spotting Matt R a game. And actually, I'm just going to say Matt from now on because there's only one Matt. If you don't know what I'm talking about, see the playlist above when Matt played Matt and Matt won, but Matt lost. It was a sad day and a happy day for Matt's. So we're going to see what Sam can do here. Sam won the leg, chose 8 ball. We have the ability to choose 8, 9, or 10 ball, and the winner of the leg will choose the game and will break the first game off. Race to 5 alternate break. We have the shot clock going. It's an app that I developed. Simple HTML web app. Sam is going after solids. That was a great shot because that was his biggest problem ball. The 2 is probably the next, and the 4. So these 2 are problems. He has to figure out how to get to those. If he could get straight-ish on the 5, like in this line, he could kind of drift over for the 2, or he could try to go for it now and instead just scratch. But anyway, we're doing a 30-second shot clock, 60 seconds after the break, 1 extension per rack. You can see up here in green is the extension. I don't know if you can read those or not, but when the extension, when somebody uses their extension, it will turn a dark gray. I had it turning orange, but Matt K mentioned he's colorblind and green and orange look the same to him, so we had to make it a different color, so we went with gray. So Matt's at the table. Going to take the 9. I don't know what his plan is for the 15 here, unless that was it. Trying to roll forward, play it in the side. I like the idea. I hate it being the second shot of the match. Now, granted, we did warm up for a while before this, but this is a really nervy shot. He shot it well, but yeah, that point, it's pointy. The points. So let's see, what else do we need to cover in the BS League? We're going to do a total of 10 matches. We're doing a 5-player field. Myself, 2 Matts, Sam, and Taka. You have not seen Taka on the channel yet. Trying to get him away from playing tournaments and other tournaments and to play the BS League tournament here. Sam has never played with a shot clock. I think that was a foul. Was that a foul? It must have been a foul because Matt picked it up. So Matt needs to pick up this 15 ball and get this out of here. And it looks like it goes past the 5, so this is good. Just kind of follow the cue ball 1 rail and out for the 10 on the side. Weird little wrist twist to the wrist there, but it still worked out. Get that off the screen for you. What I would do here is I would stun straight up for the 11. I think that's what he was trying. He needed more stun and less center ball. So just like half a tip of low. think he's getting it. Yeah, actually, I think Matt just left. I think he just decided to leave. No, probably not. I think he's getting an extension. That's why I paused the clock. By the way, this is the first video, other than a couple live streams I've done. I'll put a playlist to my live streams. This is the first video with the new camera. You will notice the colors are not as vivid. And that is because the GoPro artifact, I've done a whole lot of research and way too much. I've learned way too much about the GoPro and cameras and how things work. And I just want a camera that I can push a button and it just works. And it was a good try, but undercut it. What I did find out is that the GoPro artificially increases the saturation and the color levels brightness to make it look like it's better than others, but it doesn't really look realistic. Like these blues and purple, you know what? Now I have these blues and purples on the tapestry here look like they do right in this video. They don't look like they do in some of my previous videos that were on the GoPro. So I'd rather have it look more realistic than super bright and super not realistic, but I'm still tweaking things, still figuring things out. So far the camera's been doing good. Sam did not want to hit that 14. He had a really good chance of getting a good shot if he didn't hit the 14. Now I think he has to take the 2, and I don't know if it goes. It must go. Sam was a very quick player. Very good player. He's an APA7, which is anywhere from, I don't know, 450 up as far as Fargo goes. It's a pretty big range because APA7 is the highest you can go in 8-ball at least. I don't know what he is in 9-ball. He might be a 7 and 9-ball as well. I think Matt's pretty straight on this 11, which is okay because he has a lot. I think he's straight enough that he can go 2 rails out with just straight top or top with a little bit of left. Just like that. I think that was more straight top. But this is good. He needs to get on. I don't think the 14... Matt's head is in the way. It's close. If that passes, all he needs to do is just float this ball a little bit up this way. It didn't, so he got perfect on this. This is just draw. I mean, not much. More just a stun. Just draw it back 2 or 3 ball widths. Just like that. 8 in the lower right corner. Now Matt's been working a little bit with the shot clock. In the first couple matches, he was having major issues with time pressure. He and I talked about it. I went over some things in the videos. Take a look at those if you haven't seen these. And I think he's handling the time pressure much better in this match. And he's on the board officially, but he's up 2-0. It's a great break. Oh, well, he got a ball. This 11 ball just went off the point here. But it was a nice control break, nice cue ball. And he's looking good here. I like both. If this 4 goes here, I think I want to take solids. It also depends on if the 1 goes here, but it does go in this corner. He wanted that to bounce off this rail much sooner, so it came out more here and then out again. But I think he's okay. The problem is, what do you do after the 7? Cue ball's naturally tracking this way. He tried to force the angle that wasn't there, and as a result missed. It happens. It's happened to me. You've seen it plenty of times on this channel. And if you haven't, go watch some videos or something and watch me miss shots. It's a hell of a sales pitch, I know. I do believe, I think I mentioned this, Sam has never played with a shot clock before, but we did get together Actually, the three of us, Matt and Sam and I, a few weeks before this date, and played, and Sam had no problems with the shot clock. You can see he's pretty fast player. In fact, one of the things that I told him is he needs to slow down a bit. Just there's no reason to rush this quick because he's shooting at 6 or 7 seconds in to his 30-second shot clock. Matt is in a little weird spot here because that 2-ball has no place to go. He's going to take his extension. He does. And you can see the extension changes from green to gray over here. That's the button. It does say extension dash Matt R 468. That's his Fargo. Or at least it was at the time of when we started the tournament. Like, I think my Fargo in the tournament 626, and it's gone all the way up to 627 now. Yay, me. He's trying the 2 off the rail, off the 11, up. Okay. He was trying the 2 just directly off the 11 in. I would have gone off the rail, off the 11, and hope it goes in. It's not an easy shot by any means. Sam's big problem is this 10 ball here. He can try to break it out right now. Oh, he didn't. He could have tried to go here. Oh boy, that's the wrong thing. New whiteboard still. He could have gone here and into it, but then really leaving himself no shot. He's pretty straight on the 15, so he can't get over there from here. I don't know what his plan is. I don't think that was it. Now, I do like that Sam is very confident with the shot selection. Once he figures out what he's doing, he gets down and shoots. And that's what you really need. You need to be, as my coach Mark Wilson said, and actually I just saw him yesterday. Look at this shot. That was beautiful. You're screwed on the 10, but that was a beautiful shot. You'd rather miss playing a confident stroke than make a ball and have your stroke be all whacked out. I have no idea what he's going to try here. There is no, yeah, he shrugs but this is the problem with 8-ball. That was a great try, and I think he's going to have some look at least hitting the ball. The problem is he's in what we call 1-ball hell here. If he thins this and leaves it right in this area, Matt can play safe on him all day long. It's probably not all day because you see the length of this video, so it's not all day long. Spoiler alert. I think he hit the 7 first. Yep, he sure did. If I was Matt here, I would play the 2-ball. You know what? You know what I would do? I would put the cue ball. I'm going to use my regular. I would put the cue ball here. I'll play the 1 into the 10 and lock the cue ball on the back of the 7. And that frees up all 3 balls. I think Matt's thinking run out here. Well, that works too, because Sam is in trouble. I don't know if I'd take this 1. I don't think you can get your Q-tip, the tip of your, not the thing you put in your ears. I used that picture once. I may use it again somewhere here, but I don't think you can get the tip of your Q out of the way fast enough to not double hit it and hit it. Yeah. He needed a lot of speed on that because he moved it, 2 inches? He needed to go all the way down here. He did not leave Sam with a shot. This does not bank 1 rail up here, but it could bank 3 rails to where he's looking at. It could go 1, 2, 3, and down. Not necessarily those same angles. To see how good my angles are. Not anywhere near close. He almost got that. He almost nailed it, and he got pretty safe. That was a great shot. Starting to re-guess the 525 here. Matt's gonna do this is a really typical shot in 1 pocket, maybe lesser extent straight pull. I don't play 1 pocket, but I've seen it a lot. It's ticky. They call it ticky. You just hit the 7, hit the cue on the rail. Now, gonna pause it here. I worked on a shot similar to this yesterday. Like I said, I was in St. Louis with Mark Wilson for an all-day lesson. There is a shot there that requires a lot of spin and almost no stroke. And those shots, I don't think Matt has that touchdown. Sorry. No, I'm not. Yeah, okay, maybe a little bit. But I don't think Matt has that touch in his repertoire yet where he's hitting such a slow, light. I don't know what the word is for it, but basically not moving the cue ball at all without jabbing at it. So anyway, get back to the game here. I think Sam has the 10. He just needs to get on the 8. I might come down here and play the 8 in the side. Okay, he got good on it. I mean, it's a tougher cut, but the 1 protects against the scratch here. He could maybe come off the 7 and scratch, but that's... Oh, and he missed it. I think he was worried more about the scratch and worried about cutting the angle off, and he missed the shot. Matt should get out here. Should. Anyone should get out here. Realistically. Anyone that I invite to my tournament should get out here. And if you don't, and you want to play for money, let me know. I'm actually not a big money player. This is kind of weird. It's like some kind of weird drill. I don't know what he's going after next. It's okay. Because with a stun shot, he just kind of floats right over here. And the 6, 7, and 6 will go in the same pocket. And the 8 he doesn't really have to worry about because it's hanging over the... Or at least close enough to the pocket that you can hit it from anywhere on the table. You don't want to overdo this, though. Sometimes a slow draw stroke is best for these. He was trying to go for the 8 or the 6 over here, using almost a stun forward. That was a really touchy shot. I would have liked to kill the 7 up here with just a little bit of draw, and it kind of just floats over there. And with that, Sam is on the board. It is 2-1. Sam breaking. Oh, the pop break got him. We are playing BCA rules, so it is ball in hand off the break, not in the kitchen or anything. So I mentioned that Sam plays APA, but we are not doing APA in this league. Hey, that's a foul. Oh wait, no, you have ball in hand. But anyway, I was talking about the camera before. Let me know what you think about the quality. I tried to dial in this rail a little bit better because of I have a perimeter light. It's a rectangle LED that covers the whole perimeter of the table. You can see the reflection of the perimeter light like on the 6 ball really good here. It's this little rectangle, or on the 8 ball even better. Oh, Matt. I think we talked about that, and he said it wasn't really time pressure. It's just one of those things that happen. If you don't ever miss, if you've never missed in ball in hand, if you've never missed with ball in hand, you're either 1, lying, 2, haven't played long enough. It's going to happen. It's 100% going to happen to everyone. If it hasn't, you're lying or you haven't played long enough. I don't care how good you are. Sam is a recent convert of the Teum Chalk Club. Welcome to the club. I have moved to Pagaline Chalk 100% because... Uh-oh, where's this cue ball going? 100% because it's not circle, so when you drop it on the floor, I don't have to chase it very far. But also, Alex Pagaline is a super stand-up guy. Definitely don't have a problem supporting what he's doing. I don't know if Sam has... this 9 probably goes. And I think he's just looking over here where he wants to be for either the 10 or the 15. Yep. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the 9 goes because he's shooting it. And maybe it didn't go. It's been a while since we played these. I don't remember what date we played these on. It was not the weekend of the 15th, 16th, or let me look at a calendar here. I'm lost. Yeah, it was not the weekend of the 13th, 14th. It must have been the weekend of the 6th and 7th, maybe. Who knows? It was played at some point. Matt got a whole bunch of spin on that, and the new camera picked that up pretty good. But let me know, are things on the table crisp and clear? Because everything around the table looks crisp and clear. Are the balls on the table crisp and clear is what I really want to know. If they aren't, I can adjust the focus and settings and things. Now that shot, I want to rewind this. I try not to do this too often in my videos, but I think what Matt is doing is saying, well, I just hit this really softly and I should get a shot. Instead of saying, I want to get on a specific ball or a specific part of the table. The cue ball is going to naturally come down here with just a center ball hit. Now this is a pretty easy make. It's going to go right in here. I don't think he can miss this one. I would pay more attention to the cue ball and stun it out this way. But I think what happened is Matt just was focused on making the ball, figuring I'll get somewhere. And 8-ball mentally does that to you because you can just get somewhere and get good. But the somewhere all of a sudden now is not as easy of a shot as it could be if he were, say, here. He probably has to shoot the 2. And he has a natural angle to go from the 2 to the 1, but if you're a foot and a half closer, it just makes it easier shot. I'm a big advocate on work harder on the easier shots to make the harder shots easier. And maybe I'll do a video on that. Maybe I'll just keep mentioning it in every single video. And that was a case where he could have made things easier. Now, he hit that really well, and he got almost perfect on this one to get, I don't know if he was trying to get all the way on the 6, but now he's in kind of no man's land here. I don't think the 7 goes in the side here. Almost positive that does not go. He's going to have to play the 6 and run into stuff. He's going off the 8 here, and this cue ball, he's going this way. So he's playing the 6 down here. The cue ball is going to probably come up and hit the 11. And he tried to force draw that. I would almost like to have seen him go this way and into the 11 and hopefully block the 11 out so he can play the 3 up there. Sam, another thing I'd like to see you do, and I will do in fact, maybe even tomorrow, we'll see. I will do my shooting system video, but I'd like to see you pause. Look at this shot. That was great. I'd like to see you pause at the cue ball before your final backswing to forcing transition. And I know Sam, I don't know if I want to give the name away, but Sam is getting some lessons next month or in November. And I know that's one of the first things his teacher's going to say. Slow way down, make a fundamental change of what you do and how you do it so that it's the same every time. This looks pretty good. I'm going to guess he's playing the 8-ball here. I just did that to show off the straight line I can do with this tool. That looks good, and it's tied up at 2-2. It is a race to 3 for the point. Now, I won't go through all the rules in every match. Look at this, 12-ball, 12. Yeah, it's illegal waving of the air. I don't think you can do that. I think we were joking about that too. Especially since he used the brake pad. I had a little piece of cloth that we brake on so I don't dig a hole in the table. But each win is just worth 1 point, and we tally up the winner at the end of the 10 round robin matches. The person with the most points automatically goes into the finals. The second and third will do a play-in match to see who plays the final match. it's going to be the same format. Winner of the leg picks the game. I may increase. I'm probably, almost definitely, possibly, maybe going to increase the number of games we play. Like instead of a race to 5, we'll do 6 or 7 or 9 or 15 or 104. But if there are ties, we need to figure out a tiebreaker. We're kind of throwing around the idea of doing a 6-ball shootout. We'll figure that out as we go. It's a very, very democratic process. We have a group chat, and I throw out an idea, and people mostly ignore me and say whatever you guys want is fine. So then I just make the decision. We go with it. So what are you going to do? Really easy guys to work with, I will say that. Which is nice to have in pool. There's so many opinions. This is not going to end up well for Matt. He is completely hooked behind every one of his balls, or behind the 10 from every one of his balls. I saw what he was trying to do there. He's trying to stun over in that. Yeah, that's exactly what he's trying to do. Stun over in like this area for the 4 on the side. So now you pick a ball, you call it, and you hit and hope. I would not go this way. Oh, maybe I will. Yeah. You know what? This is safer. I was thinking first kicking this way into something because you have a better chance of hitting something, but you also have a better chance of scratching. So obviously he called the 4 on the corner. No, he didn't. Okay. It looked like he called that because he shot it. I mean, that's exactly how I would have played it. I just would have called it there. Now he tied up the 14 a little bit with the 2-ball. But this is pretty open. The 15 can be used to move the 2-ball, or just if you stop where the 15 is, the 14 goes. So see if Sam can get out here. I'd like to be a little bit straighter on this 11 to go after the 9. So I think I want to take the 10 here. Sam likes the 11. Now it's harder to get on the 9. If he would have gone 10 first, he could have come up here, then played the... Oh! There goes that cue ball, right into the sump pump, which is down here somewhere. Probably not. I don't think it went in the sump pump. It's a pretty long distance behind. There's plenty of room, plus a TV and a wall and all sorts of stuff behind this way. But yeah, Sam was trying monster draw and miscued and jumped the ball off the table. If you haven't done that, you're either lying or you haven't played enough pool. There's a lot of things like that. A lot of things that fall into that category. Matt has a 4-ball out, but the 8-ball is in a weird spot with that 14 covering it up. So he has to make a plan to get on the 8. Now, he had his extension. I think I would have taken the extension before putting the cue ball down and plan out your run. Now, can he stop this here? Stop the cue ball here and play the 8 here. But anyway, with 30 seconds, I can see where the time pressure comes in. With 60 seconds, you should be able to plan that run out. And then it's just a matter of execution. I like what he did here if the 8 goes. It must, because he left it there. I'm going to say this for everyone who watches my videos, including the people on this league, and I'm giving free advice, so pay attention. If you're playing with a shot clock, use your extension. Now, I could see if you don't use your extension because you're in like an ultimate pool format where it's a match rundown and there's a match clock going. That was a great out. But there's really no reason to not use your extension every rack. If there's anything that gets close down to like 5 seconds, you probably should have used your extension. Now, he got out, so he can't say anything negative about it, but especially if you're learning the shot clock and learning how it works and things like that. It's going to come up and be rough there. My cool jam up Joy Hayball Dragon shirt, which may not be a very lucky shirt for me. Stay tuned to the next match to see what I'm talking about. So with the shot clock, I do give time to get the template rack out of the way. One of my rules on my table is that you don't use master chalk or anything like master or predator or any of the really sticky, not sticky, but dirty chalks, I guess, the ones that leave residue. And we use the template rack just because I have the diamond triangle rack, and you've seen it on my channel a number of times. Just seems to not rack as well, and especially if the table isn't trained. Like right now, it would probably work just fine, but it's not trained really well without the template rack. So Sam missed and left Matt a whole lot of nothing. I don't think... Well, now I draw the line, I don't know. I don't think he can get to the 7. I think the 2 is blocking enough of the cue ball. Like he can't get to the 7. Now, my scoreboard thing here, I remember what I did. Oh. I don't know what happened to the shot clock. I either didn't give an extension or I didn't start the clock correctly or whatever, but I restarted it. I don't know. But anyway, it does beep at 10 seconds, and then it beeps from 5 seconds down to 0, as well as changes between red and black. And Matt, I mean, that was about the only shot he had. So I do not blame him at all for going for that. So let me rewind this since I'm giving away some free pointers. And I just had a lesson, so I'm more dialed in to technique. Watch what Sam... stop. Watch what Sam does here. He gets down. He's starting to take practice strokes before his hand is even on the table. No pause, just 1, 2, and bam. That's going to lead to misses. Not married women, but misses in pool. MISSES. ES. Other than looking cool, I don't know what that accomplished, but it looked cool, so I'm all for it. But yeah, again, I need to do this video on my shooting system so I can just reference it in every video that I talk about. But you really want to have your feet set, your bridge set, your cue set, then some warm-up strokes, then a pause, then your final delivery. I don't know where he was. I think he called something in the side. 13-9 bank in the side? Sure, we'll go with that. Sorry, I got people texting me. Don't they know I'm busy at 8:45 p.m. on a Tuesday night? Matt dropped his elbow a ton there. Probably tensed up as well. Dropped his chalk, has to carry the chalk around. So Sam has a good chance of getting out here. I'd want a little angle on the 15. I would have stunned that. I would have just drawn that back so I get more angle because I want it out here somewhere. Like at the end of this, I have the line tool on. Because now it's going to be harder to get on the 9. Yep. And because he forced trying to get on the 9, which he got there great, he missed the shot. Now again, actually, Matt has the 1. But if Matt only had the 7, that's not an easy shot, and especially not easy to get another shot. I would take the 1 and I would bring the cue ball all the way around and out. Even further, I think, because I would have gone, want to be out here for the 4 ball. I think would have been my next shot. Because as it is right now, Matt has a tough cut on the 3. He's going to probably try to hold it for the 4. Or hold it for the 2. Even better, the 2's the problem ball there. That was a great shot. I would have never played it that way in my entire life, but since it worked for him, it was the right shot. I once heard, I think it was Mark Wilson and Jeremy Jones talking about, you know, whatever shots the pros take, that was the right shot. Matt's not a pro, but For this rack, he is, because he looks like he's getting. I mean, it was a perfect recovery shot to get back from the 3 to the 2. Here, one rail straight at the 8, maybe. I don't know if you can hold that. Yeah, I think that was kind of what the plan was. I would walk around the other way of the table and get the short cue. There's a look of resignation on his face that he has to use a short cue. Seriously though, I need a camera person to tell me how the focus is. Because there's certain things that look in focus. This dragon guy over here looks in focus. The balls on the table don't look great. Nice shot. Now here's the problem, because he has to avoid the 9 ball. So he's playing the 4 here. He wants the cue ball here, here, and out. Or play with inside, which makes the ball more missable, but sends the cue ball this way. It's a nervy shot from 6.5 feet away or whatever it is. He just rolled it. And that is the problem with hitting the 9. He almost, a little bit harder, he would have gotten good, because he hit the side of the 9 that would have sent the cue ball this way. But now he's on the 50.5-yard line. I don't know why they call it the 50-yard line, because those are usually good seats, aren't they? I don't know. I don't think I've ever been to an NFL game and don't really have any interest. I might have been at a Packers game in the old Milwaukee County Stadium when I was a kid, but I don't remember anything. I'm gonna pause it here. Notice that Matt took his extension. He had 60 seconds on this shot. There are exactly 2 ways to play this 8 ball. We're going to discount safeties here because we're just going to assume he's going at it, because the safety here is not very easy. You can cut it here, or you can cut it here. What I'd like to see Matt do, and it's hard to tell from the angle that we're looking at the table, it's hard to tell which one is best. And it's also a personal preference. He's also jacked up over the 9 ball. What I'd like to see Matt do is make that, you have 60 seconds, take no more than 20 to make the decision, and then start your process and commit. Instead, he's all the way down to 16 seconds here, and he's just made up his mind. And now he's going to get the beep at 10 seconds, and that's going to naturally kind of force you to rush. And it makes the shot way more missable. And he overcut it. I didn't know he missed. I actually thought he made that one. But I think better use of time there is the whole, think long, think wrong philosophy. Make up your decision, just go for it. There's only 2 ways to make it. It's not like there's a whole bunch of balls on the table and it's a straight pool or a 1 pocket and you have to figure out angles and figure out this and that, thinking 3 shots ahead. You got 2 shots. Oh. I don't know what was more brutal, that or the fact that I don't think he can get to this 8 ball. But there's only 2 shots. Pick one and just commit. And then if it turns out you made the wrong shot, that's something you can work on. But if you commit to the shot right away, just go. In fact, I wouldn't even use an extension there. I would have just committed to the shot. Actually, I might have used the extension because I had it. I would not have expected to get in this spot. I don't know what he's doing here. I think he just went for the hit. There was no way to really call a shot there. But yeah, I mean, you just, I don't want to keep harping on this. Sorry, Matt. I'm really not harping on you. I'm harping on things I've seen in this situation a lot. Various players all over the place. But commit to the shot and just go. And like I said, if you miss and it turns out after review it was the wrong shot, that's something you can fix later. But if you rush yourself, and Sam overdrew the bejesus out of this one, if you miss because you tick too long and you get under time pressure, that's completely avoidable. And for the first time, Sam has taken his extension here. And drills it. Nice shot, Sam. And I noticed that players, especially Josh Filler, will, as soon as he makes the 8-ball in a 9-ball game, will take his extension a lot of the times. And it's not because he thinks he needs the time, it's because he doesn't want those beeps to interfere with his shooting. So he goes to his chair, he does his full reset with his toweling, and I'll do a video on resetting as well. I have a number of ideas on how to talk about resets in the game, on the shot, and the match, in the everything. He towels down his cue, takes a deep breath, maybe even grabs a sip of water. Probably not. And he's not slow rolling the shot. He's just making sure he's completely there, completely committed. And that's kind of what Sam did, because Sam had 42 seconds left, I think. Matt did some weird ease up thing with his elbow, and it was very strange. One of these days I'm going to do a boot camp and force these guys to shoot the right way. The right way being my way. No, I'm just kidding. My way is not the right way. My way is one of many right ways. But if anyone asks me what can I do to improve my game, I'm going to give them what I do as a starting point. And I think that's what many coaches do. So Sam is on stripes here. Uh-oh. Okay, he's good. Sam asked me tonight, he's down and out of state at a tournament, asked me what things I think he can improve on. Another one would be picking more exact spots on where you're going to leave yourself. Because that one, he was just like, oh, I'm going to go around 2 rails. I'm going to make this ball. I'm going to go around 2 rails and get somewhere. And now he's a little off, and now he has to work a little bit harder to get back on. And because of that, he got lucky there. Now here, I know he's tempted to draw this back. I would just stun it a little bit straight out. Oh, it looks like he's following. Yeah, the more you move the cue ball in that situation, the more trouble you can get in. Now granted, he pushed the 8-ball to a great spot because the 8 goes here. He can play this with a little bit of inside. Send the cue ball that way. However, Matt has gotten some really not great rolls in this. Oh, and you know what? He made it. Sam is not giving himself some great rolls in this. I don't think you can see this ball. I don't think you can see anything. Well, maybe he can. Oh, he could. Oh, and he missed it. Oh, no. Okay, I read that one wrong. For some reason, I thought he scratched, and my mind flipped over to its Matt's shot. And then it corner hooked and didn't scratch, and my mind was still there at Matt's shot. This is not necessarily an easy run out. You got problems with the 2-ball. You got problems with the 3-6. I think both of them go in the side, but you got to get the right angles on them. Or you just do this. This is now really tight. I think it does still go. But it looks like it, if it doesn't go, if it doesn't go clean, I don't think it can go off the 4. I think it's going to hit the point. But Sam he's trying to 3-rail here. He doesn't have a 1-rail shot at it. I don't think the 1 ball was big there. So Matt overcut that and got lucky. Now here, the pattern that I picked to play is the one that I guarantee to make the ball. And as it gets further on in the pattern, if I miss, make it safe. Now there he got bad on all 3 balls. He wanted either, or 2 balls. He wanted either the 5 or 6 realistically, but he always knew he had the 4 as insurance. I don't think he was trying to do that. I think he was planning on drawing it straight back, which is why he hit it so hard, but then it hit the rail and just bounced all crazy. So now he's left himself in a really tough spot because it's hard for him to get. I'm gonna add. I ran away to get the cues, but I'm gonna pause the clock and give him some more time here. We do have a tight quarters here, and in cases where cues or tables or walls are in the way, we will give time. We're not using the shot clock to try to call fouls on people. We're using the shot clock to just keep things moving along and put some more pressure on people. This goes in this. Oh, this is gonna go right off the 8 and in. I hate slow rolling those balls, but in that specific instance, I think that was the right shot, because if he misses the 7, it can go here and here and block the pocket. And then Sam's in trouble on the 8. Good idea. I would have put a little. I mean, he was kind of on the wall, but I would have put a little bit more effort to have it bounce out, even just a couple inches off the rail, because this is tough now. He's looking at the 2, which terrifies me from this angle, because the cue ball is headed this way or this way. Yeah, trying to hold that. Oh, that was one of my mottos on my table. Well, really on any table, is don't hold anything. Because as soon as you try to hold stuff, you get in danger of decelerating your stroke and trying to overcompensate for or holding the cue ball, or just you do weird stuff. You hit it too soft. You hit it. That was odd, but that works. Matt, focus. Stop talking to us. I think he was talking about if it was a foul or not. You know what? Let's go back and look. I think he was talking about if the 5 was a double hit. I don't think it is. Let's look at this closely. Oh, you know what? That could have been. Although it went forward and then stopped. So if you hit that, I'm gonna keep rewinding. Unfortunately, I don't have a really good video. Maybe in post I'll put this in slow-mo and look. If you stun this and the balls are slidey, which they are, yeah, I'm gonna have to look frame by frame. I can't do that in this view that I have. In fact, I've asked this a number of times on the channel, but if anyone knows of a better video viewer in OBS other than the VLC media player built-in plugin thing, let me know. I'd like one with some more controls. But I think what happened is we all agreed that it was not a foul. Now the cue ball did go forward, but there was enough room in there for him to, and I don't want to use the word push, but hit the cue ball with some bottom spin, have it go forward, and then the spin take off because of the slidey table. Oh, that was close, but he got it. I also would hate to be in a situation where I'm deciding whether or not a shot is a foul that could decide a game, because that's definitely, oh my God. Oh my, Matt. Wow. I don't know what to say about that, but I don't want to be in a situation where I am calling a foul that's going to decide a game, because yeah, Sam would have gotten ball in hand with the 8 in the pocket. I don't know what happened there with Matt's. He got really jabby at it, but my guess, Sam just didn't cut that enough. My guess is what happened on that bank shot or on Matt's shot here, is he tightened up and he grabbed the cue on impact, which is going to turn it one way or another just enough to make you miss your shot. Most times I see people miss shots badly, it's because they do that. But Matt is on the hill now at 4-3. Sam almost lost the cue ball off the table, and instead it crashed the rack and broke him out pretty well. He made something. There's some obvious problems here. The 9 and whatever that is, 12. 4 and 3, and this 15 is kind of in a weird spot. Now we can play what we call dirty combos, a stripe onto a solid or a solid onto a stripe when the table's open. It's going at the 13. That was great to break out those two. I still don't think the 5 or 15 goes there, but he has to figure out this 12 ball here. 15 does go in the same side the 10 just went in right now. And I think he looked over and he just committed to the combo before he shot the 10. I think that's what he was looking at. 9 ball is going to go up table slightly. Oof. And now he made even more of a mess. So now Matt has issues with the 4, the 1, the 2. The 4 is less of an issue because as soon as he moves the 6, the 4 goes. But right now the 4 doesn't go anywhere. I almost like taking the 3 and breaking into these, but I can see why he's not doing it. Kind of his safety valve too. If he gets in a spot where he can't get out here because the 2 ball is tough, he can just leave that 1 there and play safe on something else before he gets there. So now the 4 is opened up. Now he has a chance to do this shot in the 3 again. You got to come into the 12 though. You can't go underneath it. And you don't want to hit on top of it. You need to go kind of solid into the 12. You may make the 1. But this is basically saying you're committing to running out. If you're going at this shot right now, you got to commit to run out, which means you got to get on the 2. So that's the problem with going underneath the 12 is you do this. If you go dead into the 12, you knock the 1. You probably even make the 1, but then your cue ball also comes off the rail and out. As it is, this is a bad spot, and I say as it is a lot for some reason. But as it is, he's in a bad spot because now all Sam's balls are out. This 11 goes, the 9 doesn't go right now, but the 11 does, and then the 9 will. I don't know that there's a safety here. You can try, yikes, going off the 7 and kind of trying to tuck it back under the 1 where it is. But that's rough. Cutting the 4 or banking the 4. Trying to leave the cue ball down here. That might be good. Leaving the cue ball there is good too. I'm pretty sure this is, I'm going to go on a limb and say this is not a shot. So now what does Sam do? Oh, Sam tried to play the 11. Sam tried to play the 11 off the 9 right here. Yep, he taps at the side. This is a really tough shot. The natural throw is, I wonder if he threw a whole bunch of side spin on it. Which way would it have had to been? Right? I think right spin would have thrown the ball. Maybe thrown the ball. That was a great shot, though. I don't know what else he could have done other than try to leave the cue ball down here somewhere. Matt tried to hold it for the 1 and got in trouble again. It's possible he played this. But he's at a pretty extreme cut on the rail. And now his options on getting the 2-ball are way more limited. He could almost go into it now, but that's doom because he doesn't have a shot after it. I think it was just focused on making the 1. Which isn't bad, but if you make the 1, then what do you do here? You got to move the 2, and right now the 2 is kind of helping you block the 8. Kind of. I mean, the 8 goes from a pretty wide angle here. Sam got down on 1-stroke that and missed pretty badly. And that's the one thing, Sam, I would say, come up with a system where you do the same number of warm-up strokes every time. And commit to doing that every time, and it'll make your cadence better. You won't get in a situation where you just get down on 1 stroke and miss and go, what did I just do there? Matt crushed this. Slow down, cue ball. It was going dangerously close to the 15 there. Another revolution or so when he could have been, well, making a circle here right around the 15. But now what do you do with the 2? I tell you what you do. You don't make this ball. You bank the 4 this way, and you float the cue ball over here. That's the shot right here. Matt's going to go for it and lose the cue ball. I mean, not lose the cue ball. He did a very kind of slow rolled that in, but now he's on the rail, on the wall. No extension. And now he's committing, he's putting the game on the line right here. And I do give him a couple seconds to switch cues out. I just restarted the clock. But he's kind of putting the game on the line on this bank. I don't know if the 2 clears the 8. You definitely don't want to bank this in the side because the 8 ball comes into play. But he's putting the whole game online on this bank. Nails it. Barely gets out of it. But that was an excellent shot. And he's on the 8, and it's possibly could potentially end the game and the match. Now here you just focus on making the ball. Shoot it with whatever stroke you're confident. Some people it's top. Me, it's more of a draw stun into the rail. That's not my confident stroke, but it's Matt's, and Matt wins 5-3, and it gets him on the board in the BS League. Now, if you don't know what the BS League stands for, it's the Backspin Society League. No, it's the well, I can't say that on the air. It's the Ballistic Spin League. It's the Barstool Strategist League. And with that, Matt R is on the board, so there are 3 of us with points now. I have 2. Matt R has 1. Matt K has 1. Sam has 0, and Taka has yet to play a match, so he also has 0. There are going to be 4 matches for each of us, so stay tuned to the next match. Meantime, leave me a comment. Let me know who you think. Who's your favorite to win the whole thing? Me? Should it be me? I mean, Fargo-wise, it says it is, but in a race to 5 with giving spots and games and everything, anything could happen. But so, in that said, do all the YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe. Again, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this whole thing. If you are in the area, and I'm in East Troy, Wisconsin, you'd like to be in what I guess would be season 2 of the BS League, I do think I want to do one of these after we finish this one. It may not be, it's September, 3rd week in September. It probably won't finish season 2 this year, but we could get it started. With holidays and everything, it may be a problem. But if you're interested, drop me a line. You know how to get a hold of me. And until next time, we'll see you later.